Well, it is 12:03 and I'm heading to the tower again. This is the only tower that I'm having issues with the internet provider that we have in this area. For some reason, it's just a bug that they seem not to be able to find. But we did get the modem changed out, as you saw in the last previous video, and we'll see what they're going to do today, because they're supposed to be here between 1 and 2. So we'll see what angle they attack it with this time, see if by any chance they can find an issue that it will actually show up. If the same guy comes back, the same technician that was here last time and the time before, the one before that, he said he's going to replace the line from the street to the property, and then that would eliminate everything on the premises, and that should make the all the attention of any lineman or technician or whatever they send out be pointed to the line on the street from pole to pole, because everything's been replaced at the address. So all the issues, if there was one, should be resolved if they replaced everything. Perhaps that's what it's going to take to get them to concentrate elsewhere. That's actually where the issue is. But we will find that out when we get there today. But I'm heading there now. I'm going to sit at my RV and wait until it's about time for them to show up, because I can walk from my RV to the back hall in about 10 minutes, and about 1.5 to 2 minutes if I drive it. So I'm going to sit there until about 10 minutes till 1, unless I get a notification early, which lately I have been, a text saying the technician's on the way, and it will show where the technician is, and also it will have a countdown timer as well on that page, showing how long it should be approximately before the technician actually gets there. So I can go off on that of when I should leave to get there. But as soon as they get there, I'll record every bit that I can and bring it to you. Just to let you know what the issue was and how it was resolved. If we can get that done today, they might have to put in a ticket to the department of the linemen so they can come out with their bucket trucks, strap on, and go up there and figure out what the issue is. But either way, we'll have that in a video for you, whether it's this video, next video, or next video after that, or the one after that. Depends on how long it takes them to fix it. But that is part of running a WISP. Sometimes you will have issues, rather it's in your system or the one that's providing you the backhaul. And you have to just keep attacking it until it's resolved. Rather, people don't know what double yellow line is. They're all right on my side. Not good. But you have to keep tackling it until it gets fixed. So if it's on your side, you just have to find out what it is and fix it. And if it's not on your side, you have to keep bugging them until they figure out what it is. You can't give up. You can't slack off, because if you slack off, means you're not going to have good internet for your customers, and that's not good. You got to do the footwork, the phone calls and all, to get the issue resolved. rather it's on your side or the other. Because when the internet's not working, the customers are not going to go to them. They're going to come to you because you're the one that's providing internet. It's not always easy when there's a bug in the system somewhere. But you just have to play elimination. You have to trace it out and see where it's at. It's like if you find a component that the internet is working great on one side, but right on the other side, coming out of it, the internet's coming and going, then most likely that's the part that you need to replace or reboot or whatever it takes to fix it. But you just have to trace it out until you find it. But we'll have that video here, rather it's, like I said, rather it's in this video or the next video or the next video or the next video, wherever and whenever it shall be found and fixed. But I got to get calling, texting, emailing people that's waiting to get internet, starting back on the 9th, which is next Monday. I got some of them already on the books. Now I got to call some other ones and email them whichever way they contact me and see if I can confirm a date and time and put them on the books and get them internet. But I'm going to go to the RV and fire up the coffee maker, sit back and wait, because it's 10 after 12. It's going to take me about 15 minutes to get there, so I'll get there probably around about 12:20, 12:30. Depends on what traffic is between here and there. But that's long enough to make some coffee. So I'll see you whenever the technician shows up. Hopefully they do like they did the last 2 times. They actually showed up about 20 minutes early. Supposed to be like 1 till 2, and they showed up like 12:30, which is kind of nice. Don't happen that often, but it's nice when it does. I'll see you when the technician gets here. Well, the technician was up on the pole and he put his tester on it and everything, tested the line. There's 2 sections. He tested one that went under the ground next to the service around on the side of the house, and it checked out okay. Then he put his tester on the end of that wire and got up on the pole, and after he ran the test, he pointed at the wire like, and shook his head no. So that's telling me the expression on his face like there's a problem with the wire from the street over to the other pole to the house itself. So we'll see if they replace the wire. If that's the issue, that's probably what they're going to do, is replace the wire. But we'll see. It's a little wet out here, standing up on the porch to kind of dry off a little bit while they're out there. They got suits on where he is. His supervisor is staying in the vehicle, but he's talking to him about it and what he's finding. But it's indicating, like I said, the expression on his face is like the wire needs to be replaced. So we'll see. Hopefully that's all it's going to be. And he said they were sitting last night back at the command center or wherever they may have been, and watching it actually drop out. And everybody else on this street was not dropping out. Even the ones that's tied into the same tap that we are in on the same pole was not dropping out. So looks like they're going to replace the wire, since they already replaced the modem. and everything should be fine. So we'll see. All right, he just came down, and as you see, there's only one van out there now. That was his supervisor. He was talking to him and told him what he found, and he confirmed it with me that the line from the out there on that pole that you see to the pole next to the house is bad, and the tools, the machinery, the devices that they normally use, he said the technicians would not ever pick that up because it just was not designed to pick up something that minute on the wire. So he used some other device, and it actually picked up and it dropped out on him, just testing from one end of the line to the other. So he's in the process, even though in the rain, which, you know, more power to them, I tell you. They are dedicated to their work. Pouring down rain, and he's going to change a wire. But at least they confirmed that's what it is, and we're going to find out. And I do believe, I'm 99.99% sure that that's what it's going to be, because nobody else is dropping out. The modem's been changed on this end, and he just confirmed a dropout when it's not connected to the internet, just putting a meter on one end and testing on the other, and it dropped out on him, just like it's been showing when it was all connected. So he's dropping out the wire now and going to run a new one. And he just cut that wire, which is the old one, and he's up on the ladder and getting it done. He just cut that one, and he's going to replace it. Real dedicated workers here, I tell you. Pouring down rain and not even missing a lick. Run the cable out. Now he's going to put new ends on it, or ends on it. Got the cable laid out there. See it right there. Well, they have replaced the wire, and all is well so far. Back here in the RV, it's pouring down rain. I feel sorry for that for John have to work in the rain, but that's part of his part of the duty of getting problems fixed. But he's very dedicated. It didn't stop him, slow him up, nothing. He just put a hat on, hoodie on, raincoat on, whatever it took, and just kept on hitting it, getting it done. But I'm just glad that when he tested the wire with that new equipment or different equipment that goes really in depth of a little bit more testing than the other equipment that the other technicians have. It actually showed up for him in that equipment that he used. So he replaced it, and everything checked out when he tested it. He plugged it all back in, closed it up, and left. Now we just monitor it and see if it ever drops out. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure, confident that it probably won't, but anything can happen. But I looked at the wire that he pulled out of there. You can see that it's got cracks in it, but not to the point where you can see all the way in it. But if it's got a crack, water can get in it because it's out in the weather, and it could be shorting out or whatever. But it's just a matter of time and see if it's going to stay running, which I hopefully it will, because it's the only one that we have issues with. But now it's time to dry off. As you can see, my hair is nice and wet. I mean, I can stay it on the porch, but you know, he's out in the rain, I like to stand out there with him and chat and have a good conversation. He told me about a restaurant that he loves going to in this area. So I looked up on Google, found it, saved it in my favorites, and I'm going to go get me something to eat. I don't know if it'll be today or not, but he said it's a good place to eat. So I'm going to go check it out. And that's what I like about the conversations, you have people like that. Instead of sitting on the porch and staying dry, be out there and get a little wet, you know, and in the rain, have a good conversation, learn of new restaurants and other things. Well worth it. That's it for this video. And if it acts up again, there'll be another video about it. But I'm pretty confident that this is probably going to be the last one, unless lightning or something strikes. So we'll see. But for now, that's it for this video. Take care. Don't forget to share and hit that subscribe button down there and hit that bell notification. I'll see you in the next video.